The twin sons of Tatooine had long since dipped below the jagged horizon, leaving the desert world cloaked in a frigid, star-streaked night. The wind whispered over endless dunes, carrying the hollow voice of a barren planet that had seen empires rise and fall, yet cared for none of them. Amid the silence, an old hermit walked alone. Obi-Wan Kenobi moved with the patient steadiness of one who had spent years listening to the rhythms of the Force. His robe fluttered in the cold breeze, but his heartbeat remained calm. Each night for 2 decades, he had walked this same path, listening to the sands, the sky, the whispers of Qui-Gon. And each night, he wondered when the past would finally catch up to him. Tonight, it did. It began as a ripple, an unfamiliar tremor in the Force, sharp and venomous. Obi-Wan froze, his eyes narrowing beneath his hood. The sensation was unmistakable. Hatred, burning like a furnace, familiar as an old scar. Maul. Somewhere in the desert, a long-buried hatred had finally found its quarry. Obi-Wan turned, scanning the dunes. Nothing. Then a flicker of movement, a silhouette staggering under starlight, a broken creature kept alive by obsession alone. Maul emerged into view, supported by his rebuilt cybernetic legs, his once burning eyes now dimmed, but still poisonous. "So, it is you," Maul rasped, each breath jagged, fueled by rage deeper than madness. Obi-Wan lowered his hood, revealing a face older, quieter, and heavier with the weight of destiny. The years had etched sorrow into his features, but the blue of his eyes remained steady, lights of a soul anchored in duty. "Maul," he said softly, "let it go. The hatred, the hunt, the past. It has taken everything from you." Maul laughed, the sound cracked and feral. "Taken? No, given. It has given me purpose. It has brought me to you, old fool, the one I could not break, the one who left me in the shadows to rot." Obi-Wan felt the old pain stir, Qui-Gon dying in his arms, Maul's laughter echoing through the feed's reactor core. But he breathed it out, releasing it like dust on the wind. "Your anger has imprisoned you. End this cycle before it destroys what little remains of you." Maul ignited his lightsaber. A single crimson blade split the night. Obi-Wan's hand moved with deliberate calm. His own lightsaber hummed to life, its blue glow washing over the sand. They stood in silence, 2 relics of a war long past, bound by a single wound neither had ever truly healed. Maul lunged first. His attack was vicious, fueled by years of torment and obsession. The ruined desert echoed with the clash of energy against energy as red hammered against blue. Despite age, Maul moved with explosive fury. His strikes were wide, heavy, desperate, each one a scream of the life stolen from him. Obi-Wan deflected with efficient precision. He no longer fought with the flourish of a young warrior. Every motion was minimal, controlled, conserving strength. His blade moved like the desert wind, quiet, unobtrusive, but unstoppable. Maul spun, leaping high, bringing his blade down in an arc meant to cleave the old Jedi in 2. Obi-Wan stepped aside, redirecting the blow into the sand. "You cannot win," Obi-Wan said gently. Maul growled, driving forward with renewed fury. "Then you will fall with me." Again their blades collided, red a burning wound, blue a quiet hope. Sparks danced, hissing in the cold air. Maul pressed harder, hatred giving him strength, but Obi-Wan's resolve held firm. He transitioned into Form 3 fully, Serezu, the art of perfect defense, becoming an unyielding fortress of light. But Maul was no fool. He pivoted, shifting into a familiar maneuver, one Obi-Wan had seen decades ago on Naboo. The same opening feint, the same downward strike meant to split him as it had nearly done before. Obi-Wan saw it, recognized it, accepted it,
and understood it. Maul had not changed, not truly. He was still the same weapon of anger, locked in a pattern he could not escape. Obi-Wan changed. With a single step forward, he shifted stances, no longer Sarisu, but Ataru, the form Qui-Gon had favored. For Maul, it was a ghost from the past. The red blade came down. Obi-Wan's blue blade rose, and in a single elegant motion, Obi-Wan struck once, twice, disarming Maul and cutting across his chest in a clean, merciful arc. Maul staggered. His saber fell to the sand. The red blade sputtered out. He collapsed into Obi-Wan's arms, the years of hatred finally draining from his face. His breaths were shallow, but his eyes, once filled with fire, now burned with something quieter. Confusion, weakness, and then understanding. "Is he the chosen one?" Maul whispered. Obi-Wan nodded slightly. "He is." Maul exhaled, a trembling sigh that seemed to carry away all the rage of a lifetime. "He will avenge us." Obi-Wan felt a pang, not of anger, but of sorrow. Maul had spent his entire existence twisted by the dark side, used by masters who cared nothing for him. Even in death, he could not see past revenge. "Not avenge," Obi-Wan said softly. "He will bring balance." Maul's eyes dimmed, his grip loosened, and for the first time in his miserable, tormented life, he looked almost at peace. The desert wind shifted, lifting sand into gentle spirals around them. Obi-Wan lowered Maul's body to the ground with quiet respect, folding the fallen warrior's hands upon his chest. "May the Force grant you rest," he whispered. The night returned to silence. Obi-Wan extinguished his lightsaber and pulled his hood over his head. The journey back to his hut was long, but he did not rush. In the stillness of the desert, the Force spoke softly, guiding him through loss, through memory, through purpose. Somewhere across the dunes, a young boy slept in his small homestead, unaware of how close danger had come, of how much had been sacrificed for him. Obi-Wan paused, looking toward the dim lights of the Lars farm. "Luke," he murmured, "the galaxy will need you." Then he turned, walking back into the night, alone but unbroken, a guardian of hope in a time of shadows.